Good morning. It is Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. Welcome to Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Hey, Laura, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing quite well. I'm a little tired. I don't know if we'll talk about it today, but boy, I went on a long walk around Grand Rapids yesterday, and while I'm tired and sore, it was beautiful. The weather's just absolutely perfect. We need to take this in before it gets here.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it.
If you say it.
I didn't say it. Okay.
I'll say bad words to you.
How was your day yesterday?
It was amazing. I also enjoyed the beautiful weather. We went out to I took little Justin after lunch to the John Ball Zoo to walk around because we're members, so we go there pretty frequently to walk around. He's a big fan of the dinosaurs right now that they have all over the zoo. Now through the end of the season, they have them, and he is just so fascinated when you walk in and he sees these giant creatures. And, I always worry about him getting, scared of things, but he really does not at all. And then later on, we decided to go to the Hudsonville Community Fair also just to, walk around and do some fun stuff. And let me tell you, we walked into they have all these different barns for the different animals they're showing, right? Which is so cool to get to see the bunnies and the chickens and the goats. And then we walked into the pig barn, and they were feeding the pigs at the time. And let me tell you, the pigs are just like screaming bloody murder the whole time. And I'm thinking, oh no, little guy's not going to like this at all. No, he was just like, what are they doing? Why are they yelling? Like, he was so chill about the entire experience. And he must be taking after his father, because I would have been having a panic attack as a child if I had been in there with the screaming pigs that sound like people. And but it was really fun, and we really enjoyed it. Had dinner, had a little picnic dinner, and I posted a picture up of my boys on Instagram and Facebook. If you're friends with me, Laura Hardy Radio. I posted pictures up of everything. It was just, I don't know, it was a really nice day to be outside.
No, it was beautiful. I didn't realize that the fair was going on. I really liked the Hudsonville Fair, but so wait, you said a picnic. That means you didn't get fair food?
No, we did. We did.
What did you get? See, that's what you had. The animals are cool, but I'm thinking right now about a corn dog and a giant lemonade.
No, I didn't get either of those, even though I wanted both of them.
Yeah.
But the Hudsonville Christian School, I think, has a little restaurant right there in one of the barns. And so we ended up getting food from there. So James got a burger that had Mr. Burger sauce and some other stuff on there. It was really good. And then I got pulled pork barbecue. But speaking of fair foods, they have I had never seen dressed funnel cake, a funnel cake with a bunch of toppings other than the powdered sugar.
But would they have fruit on there? What would you put on it?
Oh no, it was turtle. So it was chocolate and cream cheese and caramel, and it was just amazing. So
for a second, I know what you're talking about now. And I'm like, they put a freaking turtle on there?
No, not fried turtle.
Here's some turtle meat.
No, that was too Kentucky. We're in Michigan. They don't do that.
Hudsonville, is interesting, but not that interesting.
No. It was really nice, and we did not get close to finishing the thing, but it was very good.
Did you bring in the extra?
Oh, trust me, if I thought it would have held up, I'd have taken it home so fast. I was so pained to throw that away.
Hey, we hope you're having an awesome day, and we're so glad you're waking up with us. We're Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7.
I miss you, funnel cake. I'm so sorry.
It's time for Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7.
After 7 years, a popular sushi spot in Grand Rapids has closed one of its doors. Maro Sushi announced on social media that they closed their Bridge Street location on Sunday. They said, hey, this decision wasn't easy, and that the Bridge Street location is going to be merging with their Cherry Street location. Lindsay saw that. I'm like, oh no, because we live over by Cherry Street. We love going there.
Oh yeah, and especially because it's already hard enough to get in there. So good luck now. It's never having Maru again, I guess. If you were ever thinking about adopting a dog, right now probably is the time you could do the most to help out in West Michigan. In fact, there's a shelter in Muskegon County who put out a post saying, we can't accept any more dogs. In fact, we can't accept any more animals because we are far over capacity. And pretty much as soon as one dog leaves, there's already another one waiting to take its place.
Jeez.
Yeah, they say that housing insecurity in the county is causing a lot of people to have to give up their dogs because if you don't have somewhere to live, or maybe you're moving into a new apartment that doesn't allow pets, you don't really have a choice.
That is the worst. I think I always get upset when people get a pet and they're like, oh, I don't want to take care of it anymore. This is not the case.
No.
They've fallen on tough times, and the one thing that probably keeps you going together, your pet, right? You got to get rid of them.
Absolutely. And they also say that people are even living in their cars to keep their pets and everything. And they are supplying them with food and supplies for them and their pets to try to keep them comfortable. But we're in a bad situation. And again, if you have the ability to take in another animal or have the room in your life or your heart, I highly recommend it because right now there's a lot of animals that need forever homes pretty bad.
And for your final need to know news story, speaking of homes, we're heading to Texas where the world's largest 3D printed neighborhood is almost completed.
One layer at a time, Vulcan prints a full house. It goes from the front of the slab to the back for one layer. And for these homes in particular, after 10 feet of printing in a few days, you have the wall system for a house.
The concrete floors are very cool, literally. The quietness, we're right next to a bypass and you can't hear anything, so it's very quiet.
That is crazy.
I don't know. I lived in Texas for a year and a half, and yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine it. But like, we used to have really bad hail where I lived in San Antonio. I feel like that would just go right through your 3D printed house. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I've seen the stuff they do, and it's just concrete. It's just
okay.
It's most of the houses are concrete. So honestly, like speaking of housing insecurities, I feel like we could use this in a lot more cities to get some houses built faster and make it a little more affordable for people to live.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all turns out. That is Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out with the Big Joe and Laura show here on Mix 95.7. Make sure you follow us on social media. We've got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got TikTok. Actually, Laura just posted up a really funny video on those. It's Big Joe and Laura, and of course, Mix 95.7 GR.
That's right. And we're talking about what was your favorite school lunch back in the day. 616-600-0957 or send us a DM in the Mix 95.7 app. Joe, you're walking up to the cafeteria. You got your tray in hand. What's the thing that makes you so excited when you see it?
It brings me back to middle school, McPherson Middle School, and we had the lunch that was there, and I would always get it. Walking tacos. You get those Fritos, and you throw them in there, some meat, some cheese, some sour cream, and plastic spoon, and what was it? A fork and a spoon. What is that called?
A spork.
A spork. Sorry, it's been a while,
Your
kids.
school had sporks? You guys were bougie.
Yeah, we were pretty wealthy in my area. Yeah, we had sporks, but Laura, nothing made me happier than having that. That was the absolute best.
Now, when it was me, my school had the calendar kind of rotated. So there's certain days of the week you knew kind of what you were probably going to end up with. And the one day of the week that I lived for without fail, Chicken Patty Tuesday. And that's what everybody knew it as in my school. But those little chicken patty sandwiches, you can't really get anything similar to them anymore. Like, I've tried the closest, the Meyer brand frozen chicken patties are very, very, very close, but they're not quite there. But something about that bread, a little bit of mayo on there, and that, I would kill to have that right now.
I know. I'm so hungry. We've had nothing to eat yet for breakfast. So, like, we're already thinking about our lunch and everything.
So, we want to know, what was the best school lunch back in the day? 616-600-0957.
It's Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. And we know kids, of course, heading back to school, which makes us want to know.
What was your favorite school lunch from back in the day? You can always be a part of the show by giving us a call at 616-600-0957. Or you can send us a DM inside the Mix 95.7 app, kind of like Stephanie in Grand Rapids, who said, even though it wasn't square, we called it square pizza. And that was my favorite of all. Now I see my kids' menu and I'm like, holy crap, they get gourmet meals compared to what I
It is. Somebody's got to walk so somebody can run.
You know what? That rectangle pizza, as we called it also, or square pizza, that is truly one of the best pizzas on the entire planet. I think you could get kind of a pseudo version of it at GFS.
Okay.
But
something to check out at least.
Yeah, I have not personally tested this theory. If anyone out there knows where you can find your own version of the rectangle pizza without going to a school, 616-600-0957. Grace in Grand Rapids, what was your favorite school lunch back in the day?
My favorite was we used to have these like hot pretzels that had cheese in them, and they were so good. And I used to get them all the time in middle school, and they were like the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah. The ones in the frozen section are very close, but they're not quite as good.
I've never heard of these. Where'd you go to school at?
I went to school in Walker at Kennewan Hills.
Oh, man.
They were super good. Our school had like a little like snack stand. They were delicious.
We need to like have a competition, Laura, with all the lunch ladies in West Michigan to see who's got the best.
Oh my gosh. No, Grace and GR, that's a really great answer and very unique because I don't think anyone else has answered that yet. And honestly, really good option. So thank you for calling in this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, have a great morning. Sharon in Grand Rapids, what was your favorite school lunch back in the day?
The Lunch Lady Pizza.
Okay, so did you like were you a cheese, pepperoni, sausage gal?
Whatever they gave me, I was happy with. But I love the way the crust, sometimes it would be a little more crunchy, but the cheese, it always have tons of cheese on it, and it would be lightly browned, and it was just like perfect.
They really were the best pizzas.
I did love the pizza, but I got really mad. I had a friend when I was younger, and his mom was one of the lunch ladies, not the head one, but she would serve stuff up. And occasionally she would slide me a second piece, but me and her son got like into kind of a fight. I don't even remember what it was, but we were no longer friends. Guess who gypped me on that second slice?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a close second would have to be the tuna casserole.
Guess who gypped me on that second slice?
Oh, no.
Oh. Close second would have to be the tuna casserole, which a lot of people hated, but I loved.
Yeah, Sharon, you lost me.
Yeah, no, Sharon, I'm sorry. You lost the shark on that, or jumped the shark on that one.
It is Big Joe and Laura and you here on Mix 95.7 Grand Rapids Best Mix. And by that, we mean you can call in anytime at 616-600-0957. In our Mix app, you can also DM us or send a voice message. And, of course, we love it when you interact on social media. Give us a follow, Big Joe and Laura or Mix 95.7 GR.
Now, we're going to talk about something this morning that you may do along with your cup of coffee, and that is taking a shower. At least I hope you're taking a shower most days.
Well, don't do it at the same time. I feel like you'll water down the coffee.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might be strong. Maybe it could help. I don't know. Either way, there's a new poll where people were asked, when you take a shower, do you wash your feet? And 60% of people said, yeah, they definitely do it. 37% said no, they just let water run over them, which I have a lot of questions for you people. And a few are torn. One person in the survey specifically said, not every time, but yes. And I have a lot of questions about this. How do you not wash your feet every time? And when do you determine when to wash your feet? Now, Joe, when it comes to showering, do you wash your feet?
Every time, no. And I usually shower about twice a day. I try to do it less than that because obviously it's not good for your skin. It dries it out. But I love being a bigger guy. I always feel like I stink, so I want to not stink.
Sure.
But only time I really wash my feet, I probably would say once a week or so when I cut the grass.
No, what? No, what?
Like you're talking about actually like grabbing your feet and like scrubbing them with a bar of soap, right? And like and getting between the toes and all that.
I mean, yeah, if you can, that would be ideal. I mean, just a bare minimum of just rubbing a little soap on there, like putting it on your hands and rubbing it on your feet would do too. I mean, the scrubbing is definitely ideal, especially with a washcloth or something where you can really get in there. But if you could just run so really just once a week when you do the yard.
Yeah, I would say that's because I got all the dirt and the dust because I weed whack, I edge, all that stuff gets thrown up. So yeah, otherwise it's going to stick on there. But I mean, I use soap every time. Trust me, I'm always getting my bits clean.
But if you're not washing your feet, it doesn't matter if you're using soap. That would be
it drips down, Laura. Like it goes down.
No,
yes, it does. It's called
do you
gravity.
not wash the rest of your body?
Yeah, I wash my entire body from my
head. But the soap drops down from your hair, or you don't have hair. I guess the soap would drop down from your hair.
You got to go for that? That's what you got to go with?
No, my point is that water with soap in it dripping down you is not the same as washing yourself.
I'm not saying it's not the same, but it does the job. Like
it does not. That's the point. And
yes,
you have
it
to
does.
actually scrub the dirt off. The whole point of a bar of soap is not so you get some bubbles on you. It actually pulls the soap or the dirt off of you. And so the idea is that the bubbles help with that, but you have to put the soap on there, not just let water run down you.
Laura,
that happens to already be dirty because you've cleaned something with it.
What part of your body, if you shower with soap or body wash, whatever, what part of your body gets the most on it? Your feet. Everything goes from the top to the bottom,
Again,
whether you're 6 foot
water
tall
running
or a little
over
kid.
Your feet does not clean them. Do you not understand this?
No, I do. I don't think you understand this. I mean, and I'm the germaphobe on the show.
No, you're not. 616-600-0957. A guy that doesn't wash his feet calls himself a germaphobe. Really? Okay, so do you wash your feet in the shower, or can you explain to me what every once in a while means? Because Joe has definitely not sold this concept
I'm washing
to me.
it. It's dripping down.
No. 616-600-0957.
Big Joe's Little Wins happening right now here on Mix 95.7 Grand Rapids Best Mix. This is where we ask you to pick up the phone and call 616-600-0957 and share something awesome in your life that you're celebrating so we can celebrate with you and spread the positivity all across West Michigan. That's 616-600-0957. We got Sam in Grand Rapids on the phone. Hey, what's your little win?
I bought an electric guitar for the first time in a long time. I haven't had one for several years, and it's been good getting to play music again like that.
What songs do you play on the guitar?
Right now I'm playing a little bit of everything. Like I'm going from Jack White. I'm a huge White Stripes fan, so I play a lot of Jack White, but I also have been listening to the new Ray LaMontagne album, so a lot of folk as well. And then I also have a mandolin, so I play a little bit of bluegrass, too.
God, you're going to start a one-man band over here.
Listen, I tried to learn the mandolin, and I failed miserably after learning the opening chords to that one Lumineers song, and then that's as far as I got. So I admire you for being able to play it all.
I've played for about 15 years. I started.
Wow.
I started, in third grade. And but it was just a hand-me-down acoustic guitar. And then I get to high school, and my parents surprised me with an electric guitar. And then I've just gone years without one ever since. So it's just been me sitting around twiddling my thumbs, waiting to get back into it. And then the other day, I was like, you know what? I can't stand it anymore. I went to Guitar Center. They were having a sale, and I picked one up and just started getting back into it.
Good for you. You know what? Sometimes you just have to take that leap and do it. We always wait around for the right excuse, but the right excuse rarely comes around. You should just do something that makes you happy.
Well, it's always a money thing, too. I am looking at my wallet and I'm thinking, I could spend, the guitar was about $200. I could spend $200 on a guitar, or I could, get something to eat, save money for rent, that kind of stuff. And so the other day, it just was one of those things of you know what? I've got the money. I got to do it.
Well, Sam in Grand Rapids, we appreciate you calling in and sharing that little win today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, you could be like Sam and share the good news. We want to celebrate it with you. 616-600-0957. Go ahead. Call us now. 616-600-0957. It's Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids' best mix. We love it when you connect with us inside the Mix 95.7 app by sending a DM or calling in. And, of course, follow us on social media. The show never ends. It's Big Joe and Laura on Instagram and on TikTok and Facebook. And, of course, Mix 95.7 GR. So my brother-in-law, Travis, was in town this past weekend. We went golfing. And then afterwards, we grabbed some lunch at Pepino's in Jenison. Had a great time, great conversation. And I don't even remember how this came up, Laura, but we were talking about how Travis's parents back in the day forgot him somewhere and left him behind. And on the phone is my brother-in-law, Travis, who maybe kind of want to talk about this entire thing about getting left somewhere. Can you tell everybody the story you said to me the other day about your parents leaving you behind?
Yeah, I got left at church. That's what happens when you have 4 kids, 2 parents that drove separately. Everyone thought I was with the other one, but I was just in the church playroom, and all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, it's really quiet in here, and there's no one out in the church lobby or anything. I know I was younger, and I was just told I was found walking out in the parking lot, and luckily someone from our church lived across the street, so they picked me up, called mom and dad, but that's how that happened. And we made it wonder too, how did getting left behind makes sense. They both drove separately. They thought I rode with the other person, but you'd think they would have found out when I got home, be like, hey, Travis isn't here, but that didn't happen. So.
Or what about the fail-safe of whoever's in charge of the kids' room at church? Did they not sweep and check one last time to be like, hey, there's an extra kid here. Maybe we shouldn't leave him behind.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, that's a very good point.
I got to blame your sister and my wife, Lindsay. She's the eldest. She should have kept track of everybody, too.
No, it's not Lindsay's fault.
We can blame Lindsay. I'm okay with that.
Well, Travis, I'm glad that you were found, and I appreciate you hopping on to share the story this morning about how you got left behind somewhere.
No problem.
What about you? Did your parents leave you somewhere? Are you the parent that left a kid behind? Hey, we're all human. 616-600-0957. That's 616-600-0957. Call and share that right now.
It's time to play Laura Can't Lose on Mix 95.7. Here's how it happens. You'll have 1 minute to answer 5 questions. You can pass if you need to, and we'll come back if time allows. A tie goes to Laura because, well, her name's on the show. Here's who's playing Laura Can't Lose today.
Let's give a warm welcome. Playing for $130. That's what the Michigan Lottery jackpot is up to. It's Sonia in Grand Rapids.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
You are on a legendary episode of Laura Can't Lose now that we've got this jackpot up to its all-time high. How confident are you that you can beat me this morning, Sonia?
I don't know. It's 50-50, I guess.
No. I need you to have more confidence, girlfriend. I can do this.
Oh,
I
okay.
can beat you.
All right. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay,
but
well, I
let's
still
see.
believe in her, even if she doesn't believe in her.
All right, Sonia, go ahead and kick Laura out of the studio so we can play.
All right, see you later.
Adios. Good luck.
Okay, when that door closes, question 1 comes your way. What does the D in the band 1D stand for?
Direction.
Question 2, what do camels store in their humps?
Water.
Question 3, in which month was Julius Caesar stabbed?
I don't know. August.
Question 4, in the nursery rhyme, what did the itsy bitsy spider do?
It went up the water spout.
Question 5, when it comes to beer, what does IPA stand for?
Oh man, I don't know. Like imported or something. I don't know.
I'm going to bring Laura in.
Laura! La, 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 Laura!
Well, Laura, today will be interesting to see how you do. Sonia in Grand Rapids got 2 out of 5 right.
All right, we'll see.
Laura, question number 1. What does the D in the band 1D stand for?
Direction.
Correct, 1-1. Question 2. What do camels store in their humps?
Water?
A lot of people think that, but that's incorrect. It's actually fat.
Oh, yeah, I did know that. That's one of
Okay.
those dumb things that they teach you in cartoons and it's wrong and then everybody believes it.
Exactly. The score is 1-1 after 2 questions. Getting into question 3. In which month was Julius Caesar stabbed?
March.
That is correct. The Ides of March.
Yeah, beware the Ides of March.
Laura, you are now leading 2-1 going into question 4. In the nursery rhyme, what did the itsy bitsy spider do?
Went up the water spout.
Correct. You are now leading 3-2 going into question number 5. When it comes to beer, what does IPA stand for?
India Pale Ale.
That is correct. I was going to say Indian Pale Ale, but it's India Pale Ale. And
India.
that means Laura is our winner today, getting 4 out of 5 right.
Oh, Sonia, I'm so sorry. You did great.
Well, you know, did I?
Oh, no, don't fall apart now.
Well,
no.
before we lose you this morning, Sonia, you know what you have to do, right? Because you lost.
I'm Sonia from Grand Rapids, and Laura can't lose.
Oh, if you want to be like Sonia, we're building that Michigan lottery ticket jackpot is now up to an all-time high of $135. Give us a call, 616-600-0957.
It is Big Joe and Laura on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix.
You are the reason we cannot have this.
Why? I'm just trying to play music that goes along with the topic.
All right, we're talking about how you treat a car that is not yours, whether you rented it, whether it's a loaner from the dealership in my situation, or maybe you just borrowed it from a friend. Give us a call at 616-600-0957. Recently, my brand new car broke down, and I have a lot of really choice words about it. I'm not going to get into it because I'm just going to get angry. So recently, the dealership gave me a loaner car to use while my car's being worked on for an indiscriminate amount of time. I've had this loaner car for almost 2 weeks now. I'm getting pretty familiar with it. It feels like it's my car at this point. And, you know, I've been very, very, very careful with the car because while it's not costing me anything to use right now, I'm still so nervous that I'm going to do something that's going to cost me money between, you know, scratching something up or leaving a mark. I don't know. I'm such a accident prone human being that I've been like, don't eat in the car. Don't do anything in the car that could possibly leave a mark. No,
Well,
the dog can't come along with us like she normally can. Like there's been 1,000 things I've been like, no. And my husband at the same time is just like, hey, we're going to do everything in the car. I'm going to eat Taco Bell. I'm going to leave trash behind. I'm going to, you know, whatever. Bring the dog along to the movies. All these things that are basically just making me insane because I'm like, we're going to ruin this car. I'm going to have to pay for it.
Did you get like a big cleaning fee one time? Because the reason I ask is whether it's a rental car when your car's in the shop or you just go borrow it on vacation somewhere, they get trashed all the time. I'm not saying you should trash it on purpose, but if there's some food on the floor or if you want to take Tulip in there, if she sheds or some dog hair, they detail cars when they're done. There's people that get paid to do that.
Well, yeah, I understand that, and you're not wrong in most circumstances, but like in the case of Tulip, she's a big dog with big toes, and she scratches up everything if she's inside of it. So if she were to stand on the window and like put her toes up there, game over. The back of my old car was just scratched to crap because of her stupid toenails. And so, and we cut them all the time. So before anybody starts being like, like she's a big dog. She's got big toes. The nails don't take much to scratch stuff
Everything
off.
about Tulip's thick, even the toes.
Even her toes are a little thick. That's how she runs. But I did get one cleaning free one time, and now that you say that, maybe that's what this stems from. We rented a car from Turo, which is a website where you can rent other people's cars. So, like, say you put your car up on there, people could drive it around for the day, give it back to you, and it's kind of like it's the Airbnb of cars.
What did you do to like that? You had to pay a cleaning fee.
Nothing. I did nothing. We left literally like 3 crumbs in a cup holder, and they immediately were like, "Yeah, well, you trashed the car, blah blah." And they charged us like $75. We literally had the car for 2 days, didn't eat it. It barely was in the car. Just drove it across the state and back when we were in Texas. And this guy was like, "Oh, you trashed my car, blah blah blah." So like ever since, I am super super vigilant. And to be honest, They have my car. I'm worried that if I scratch this car up, it's a brand new car technically that they are eventually going to sell. I feel like they're going to try to find a way after I was being a jerk about my car to try to penalize me in some way.
I just think, and usually you're pretty cool, I think you need to loosen up. You are too wound up about this. If you work at a car dealership or you work at a rental place where people are in the situation Laura's in, I feel like I'm right. Maybe you can ease her mind here, or just your general experience. Are you driving it like you stole it? Or are you like Laura, like a little grandma, the sweet, going really slow, like, oh, watch out for that pothole?
The little speed bumps. I got to take them easy. I don't want to mess up someone else's shocks one day.
When I'm in a nice car that actually has upgraded shocks, like new ones, mine are just blown out.
Yeah,
I'm hitting
surprised.
I'm like, boom, 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 boom. We're treating that thing like it's a Jeep, and we're going off-roading, baby.
And you wonder why your car's shocks are blown out. Listen, we got a DM in the Mix 95.7 app from Katie and Ada who says, drive it like I just paid cash for it. Our insurance follows us to one of her cars, so we don't want to mess up our good status. Although, when we were given an Alfa Romeo one time, we had a little fun. So.
Your husband, James, just texted me. He said,
no.
Preach, Joe, preach.
No, don't you encourage him. He's going to open up more Taco Bell and leave more trash in this car that's not mine.
That'd be kind of funny.
616-600-0957. Do you drive it like a rental or do you drive it like it's your own? We're Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7.
Hey, it's Big Joe and Laura on Mix 95.7, and we're wondering if you've got a rental car like Laura finds herself in because, your car kind of broke down 2 months after getting it. Are you driving that thing as if it is your baby, or you're like, it's a rental car, I'm going to drive it like I stole it?
Yeah, we want to know, 616-600-0957. I can't do it. I can't drive it like a crazy person. My husband's like, let's eat Taco Bell and put our feet on the dash and leave trash in the cup holders, and I'm having a small panic attack because I'm so nervous I'm going to have to pay some sort of stupid fee that I don't want to pay for a car that I didn't even want to drive in the first place.
I'm surprised you even take it out of your driveway.
Honestly, I really should just start driving his car and leaving mine at home. But 616-600-0957. Erica in Allendale, do you drive it like a rental or do you drive it like your own?
I would drive it like a rental just because I've had rentals before, for vacation and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking any chances on having to pay extra money. So there's trash bags in the front and the back, if the kids are with me. And I treat it very, very nicely.
Erica, it sounds like vacation or taking a trip's miserable.
No, Erica, you're a reasonable person who takes care of your surroundings. And that's like, Joe's like the equivalent of somebody's like, I throw my trash in the street because it's too hard to get to the trash can. And it's like, no, treat your surroundings well and it's totally fine. You don't have to be a jerk.
Exactly. Just, the trash bag is a little grocery store bag. It's like, no, put your trash in there. I'll vacuum it if there's crumbs or whatever. But nope, I treat it better than my car because I don't want to have to pay extra money.
I feel like Erica makes everybody take their shoes off before they get in the car, too.
Oh, no, I don't do that. No.
No, there is some line that must be drawn.
She's like, I'm not smelling those feet. You imagine how hard that's going to be to get out of the upholstery?
Yeah.
Erica, thanks for listening and for calling in.
Thank you, Erica.
Yep.